Good morning, my dear students. I am happy to meet you all once again for a video presentation like this as usual. Those who want to get automatic notification about the new videos being uploaded, subscribe by clicking the subscribe button as well as the bell icon. In the previous video meant for class 10 of CBSE, we have discussed the basic results related to quadratic equations in a single variable x. Now, in this particular video presentation, we will discuss about nature of equation, etc. Just listen carefully. Initially, let us try to get the solution using method of completion of squares. Just listen carefully. Ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. A not equal to 0 is the given equation. What I will do is, I will take a as common. Here b by ax plus c by a is equal to 0, which implies x square plus b by 2a into x, okay, multiply and divide by 2 with the second term and add b by 2a the whole square, then subtract b by 2a the whole square, okay, so that this will be made as a perfect square. B by 2a the whole square, which is equal to 0 by a is equal to 0. I'll take a to the other side. Therefore, this automatically becomes this will become x plus b by 2a the whole square, which will be is equal to b square by 4a square minus c by a, which implies x plus b by 2a the whole square is equal to b square minus 4ac by 4a square, which implies x plus b by 2a will be is equal to plus or minus root b square minus 4ac by 2a, taking square root on either side, which will automatically imply you x is equal to minus b plus or minus root b square minus 4ac by 2a. This is how you get two of the roots. I am completing the square over here. This method is called method of completion of squares. Let me repeat. Ax square bx plus c is equal to 0. A not equal to 0 is a must. It's a condition, is a must. I already told you. This is a given equation. Take a as common. X square plus b by ax plus c by a is equal to 0. Now, second term can be written as 2 into b by 2a into x. This is of the form a square plus 2ab. Instead of a, I have x. Instead of b, I have b by 2a. A square plus 2ab becomes a perfect square by adding b square. Therefore, I'll add b by 2a the whole square. For the equation to be carried over, I'll subtract b by 2a the whole square. I need it, therefore I do. Therefore, this is nothing but x plus b by 2a the whole square. This will become b square by 4a square minus c by a. LCM is 4a square and right hand side, b square minus 4ac by 4a square. For x plus b by 2a becomes plus or minus root b square minus 4ac by 2a. For x becomes minus b plus or minus, taking this to the other side, 2a is the common denominator. For minus b plus or minus root b square minus 4ac by 2a. Minus b plus or minus root b square minus 4ac by 2a. I think it is clear. Okay, therefore I will just take down and write the two results. Okay, I will just take down and write the two results. Okay, therefore roots of, I'll take another pen once again. Therefore roots of ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0, or I name it as alpha minus b plus root of b square minus 4ac by 2a, and beta is equal to minus b minus root of b square minus 4ac by 2a. Okay, let me just repeat. I'll take one of the roots, I call it as alpha, minus b plus root of b square minus 4ac by 2a. And another root is minus b minus root of b square minus 4ac by 2a. Now I can just check two more results. Think about alpha plus beta. We will get it as minus b by 2a plus root of b square minus 4ac by 2a. Okay, 4ac by 2a. Okay, minus b by 2a minus root of b square minus 4ac by 2a. This plus minus will cancel. This is minus 2b by 2a is equal to minus b by a. Therefore, I end up with sum of roots sum of the roots is equal to minus b by a. This is minus coefficient of x by coefficient of x square. Okay, similarly we can think about the product. What do I get? Denominator will be 4a square. Numerator I'll be applying a plus b into a minus b formula. This will be b square minus 4ac. The root will go off. B square minus b square will get cancelled. 4ac by 4a square is equal to c by a. Therefore, I end up with one more condition. What is the second condition? Product of the roots. Product of the roots is equal to product of roots is equal to c by a, which is constant term divided by coefficient of x square. Coefficient of x square. Okay, let me just explain once again. Thinking of alpha plus beta, this plus minus will get cancelled. Minus b is minus 2b by 2a, which is minus b by a. So the sum of the roots will be is equal to minus b by a, or minus coefficient of x by coefficient of x square. That is one of the results which you should remember. Similarly, while you get the product 2a into 2a, denominator becomes 4a square. In the numerator, apply a plus b into a minus b. Minus b whole square minus root of b square minus b whole square will take away the root by taking square. B square minus b square gets cancelled. Minus into minus plus 4ac by 4a square, which is reduced to c by a. Product of the roots will be equal to c by a, which is constant term divided by coefficient of x square. Okay, constant term divided by coefficient of x square. Okay, constant term divided by coefficient of x square. In fact, listen. One more result you are supposed to just recall. Okay, roots of ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0, or alpha is equal to minus b plus root of b square minus 4ac by 2a. Beta is equal to minus b minus root of b square minus 4ac by 2a. Okay, here d or delta, we call it as delta, is equal to b square minus 4ac, helps to discriminate the nature of the roots. Discriminate the nature of the roots. Therefore, delta is equal to d is equal to b square minus 4ac is known as discriminant. It is called discriminant of ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. If delta is equal to d is strictly greater than 0, roots are real and distinct, unequal, not equal, either way you can write. If delta is equal to 0, roots are real and equal. If delta greater than or equal to 0, roots are simply real. If delta less than 0, the roots are not real or unreal or complex or imaginary. Either way you can say imaginary. Let me just explain once again. Roots of ax square bx plus c is equal to 0, or alpha is equal to minus b plus root of b square minus 4ac by 2a. Beta is equal to minus b minus root of b square minus 4ac by 2a. Here d equal to delta, we call it as delta. The triangle symbol is pronounced as delta. It's equal to b square minus 4. It helps to discriminate the nature of the roots. Okay, therefore this is known as discriminant of the equation. If delta d is greater than 0, the roots are real. I'll get minus b plus root delta will give you one value, by 2a will give you one value. Minus b minus root delta by 2a will give you another value. Both are real and distinct. And delta equal to 0, this will go off. It will be reduced to minus b by 2a, minus b by 2a. Roots are real and equal. Delta greater than or equal to 0, I'll say simply roots are real. There is no conclusion about equal or not equal. If delta less than 0, root of a negative quantity, you have no idea in 10th standard. You are going to learn only in higher mathematics. Therefore, we call such roots as not real or unreal or complex or imaginary. The roots are not real or unreal or complex or imaginary. Okay, and for this is how we think about nature of the roots in general. We think about nature of the roots in general. Okay, next we can just do some problems under this. Find the nature of the roots. Nature of the roots. Okay, x square minus 4x plus 4 is equal to 0. X square minus 2x plus 1 is equal to 0. Sorry, minus 1 let us say. Let us say minus 1 is equal to 0. And x square plus x plus 3 is equal to 0. Okay, I call it as 3 different possibilities. Okay, now first one, x square minus 4x plus 4 is equal to 0. Minus 4x plus 4 is equal to 0. Here a is equal to 1, b is equal to minus 4, c is equal to 4. Now delta or d, either way you can write, both the notations are correct. Okay, delta is equal to d is equal to b square minus 4ac, which is anyway, okay, you get it to be 16 minus 4 into 4. Am I right? Okay, 16 minus 4 into 4, which is 0. Delta is equal to 0. Therefore, roots are real and equal. Roots are real and equal. In fact, you can write it as x minus 2 whole square. Okay. Now, second one, x square minus 2x minus 1 is equal to 0. Delta is equal to d is equal to b square minus 4ac, which is minus 2 whole square minus 4 into 1 into minus 1, which is 4 plus 4, which is 8, which is greater than 0. Roots are real and unequal, distinct, either way you can write. Unequal, distinct, not equal, either way you can write. Subdivision 3, x square plus x plus 3 is equal to 0. Delta is equal to b square minus 4ac is equal to 1 minus 4 into 3, which is negative. Therefore, roots are not real. Roots are unreal. Roots are unreal. Let me just check all the three once again. X square minus 4x plus 4 is equal to 0. A is 1, b is minus 4, c is 4. B square minus 4ac is 16 minus 4 into 1 into 4, which is 0. Therefore, delta is equal to 0. Roots are real and equal. In fact, this is a perfect square. X minus 2 whole square, therefore roots will be equal. Now, x square minus 2x minus 1 is 0. B square minus 4ac minus 2 whole square minus 4 into 1 into minus 1. I get it to be 8, which is positive. So, roots are real and unequal or not equal or distinct. X square plus x minus 3 is equal to 0. Here, b square minus 4ac, 1 minus 4 into 3, which is minus 11, which is negative. Delta is negative. Therefore, roots are not real or unreal or complex or imaginary. Either way you can write. Okay, here I haven't written that way without solving. Here, how to get the nature of the roots without solving. How to get the nature of the roots without solving. Okay, the rest will continue in the next video. I don't think there is any correction. Anyway, I'll look through the whole thing once again. Thank you, students, for patient watching.